Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Women in History. You can call me E. It is February, which means it is Black History Month here in the United States. Yay! So that means I'll be rocking my fro for the month of February. And also I will be highlighting some Black women in US history. And if I have some time, then I will be highlighting some Black female figures in world history as well. But I do homeschool 3 kids, so time's limited, so that's not a promise. Anyone I do not get to in the month of February, because there are quite a few women, they will become covered at some point here on the channel because we are women in history. So, with that being said, today we are looking at a badass, gun-toting, whiskey-drinking former slave that intimidated and took no shit from men and women alike. And that person is Mary Fields, aka Stagecoach Mary. Born Mary Fields in around 1832, Fields was born into slavery, and like many other enslaved people, her exact date of birth is not known. Even the place of her birth is questionable, though historians have pinpointed Hickman County, Tennessee, as the most likely location. After being freed after the Civil War, Mary seems to have gone up the river, the Mississippi River, working on river boats and acting as a servant and laundress for families along the way. Eventually, she ended up in Ohio, living life in a convent. It's not clear how Mary Fields discovered the Ursuline Convent of the Sacred Heart in Toledo, Ohio, but some accounts say she accompanied a daughter of the Warner family to the convent. Others say she headed there with a family friend who was a nun. At the convent, Fields worked as a groundskeeper. Now, Mary stood as a unique contrast to the serene and disciplined environment of the convent, with her gruff style and penchant for cursing. When asked how her journey to Toledo was, she reportedly told one of the nuns that she was ready for a good cigar and a drink. Historical records show that the nuns complained about her volatile temper and difficult nature. She also tussled with the nuns over her wages, behavior that would have shocked white women who expected African Americans to be well behaved and subservient, especially immediately after slavery. She did find a kindred spirit, though, in the Mother Superior of the convent. Mother Amadeus Dunn was known for her fearlessness and charisma. When Mother Amadeus became ill in 1885 in Montana, where she had been sent by her bishop to start a new convent, Mary headed to Montana to help her. To be frank, the West seemed more suited to Fields' personality than any other place. She nursed Dunn back to health and began working for the new convent. She took on numerous roles deemed as men's work, such as maintenance, repairs, fetching supplies, laundry, gardening, hauling freight, growing vegetables, tending chickens, and repairing buildings, and eventually even became the forewoman. Native Americans called Fields White Crow because she acts like a white person but has black skin. Now, although she faithfully served the nuns in the harsh, sparsely populated community, News of her subversive behavior reached the bishop, who raised serious concerns about Fields' habits of drinking, smoking, shooting guns, and wearing men's clothing. When Fields and the convent's male janitor pointed guns at one another during an argument, it was the final straw for the bishop, who kicked Mary out of the convent. Once she was kicked out, she made a life for herself that was considered shocking for a woman in the 19th century, let alone a black woman. She took in laundry and did odd jobs, started businesses, and became known for liking hard liquor and gunfights. This tough, unwieldy reputation would spread and lead to a unique opportunity in Cascade, Montana. In the 1800s, mail, which was delivered by Stagecoach, was often met with the threat of armed robbery by bandits, which necessitated the use of an armed carrier. At 60 years old, Mary won a contract from the U.S. Postal Service to become a star route carrier. These routes were awarded to persons who proposed the lowest qualified bids, and the contractor could then drive the route themselves, sublet the route, or hire an experienced driver. Some people even ran these routes as a business. By demonstrating her ability to quickly hitch a team of horses, proving her competence for the demanding route in harsh Montana weather, and a stagecoach donated by Mother Amadeus, this helped Mary secure the independent contractor position. And this also made her the first African American woman to work for the United States Postal Service. Stagecoach Mary, or Black Mary as she was nicknamed, carried multiple firearms, most notably a .38 Smith & Wesson under her apron to protect herself and the mail from wolves, thieves, and bandits, and driving the route with horses and a mule named Moses. She never missed a day, and her reliability was well known for the 8 years she was contracted. If there was snow too deep for her horses, Fields would even deliver the mail on snowshoes, carrying the sacks on her shoulders. Mary Fields was a respected public figure in Cascade, Montana, and the town closed its schools to celebrate her birthday each year. When Montana passed a law forbidding women to enter saloons, the mayor of Cascade granted her an exemption. In 1903, at age 71, Fields finally retired from the Star Route mail carrier service due to old age. When she did so, the town rallied to support her. Local restaurateurs gave her free meals, and saloon regulars chatted with her frequently. The townspeople's adoration for Fields was even more evident when her home was rebuilt by volunteers after it caught fire in 1912. She continued to babysit many Cascade children and owned and operated a laundry service from her home during her retirement. Mary died on December 5, 1914, at Columbus Hospital in Great Falls. She was buried outside of Cascade, and it is reported her funeral was one of the largest the town had ever seen. I can't imagine what the world thought of Mary Fields during her time, but it's obvious she wouldn't have cared one way or another. Despite her unconventional ways, Mary was obviously very well loved, got the job done, and took no mess from anyone, which makes me proud to present her here on Women in History.